middle.
Welcome to another Cryptowriter Round Table episode. And we're going to do something a little bit different, a little bit special today, which I think is going to be really fun. If you look at the center of the screen, you can see someone panning around and moving around. This is Yana of the .gems team, and this is their crypto voxels metaverse kind of plot. And what we're going to be talking about today actually is the Crypto Voxels and other Metaversal Music Fest, Metaverse Music Fest, basically. And we've got a bunch of people here that are going to be involved, that are going to be playing on this plot. So why don't, Martin, you give us a quick rundown of what we're going to be doing, and then we'll go around and let everyone introduce themselves, who they are, and what they're going to be doing at the festival.
Okay. Well, I can give a quick intro to what the Metaverse Music Festival is supposed to be. And it's really like a bunch of music lovers, NFTs lovers together, and thought about like, hey, we can do so much more things with NFTs. Why don't we do a large event where we unite all the musicians that are currently producing NFTs and do live shows, metaverse events, and sell some tickets and bring all together. And one thing that I liked about this is it's like the metaverse is inclusive of all blockchains, and from all tribes, we will see people coming together for this festival. Like accessing it is easy, but the ticket sale comes with, if you go for a higher tier ticket, you get some free drops from all the people. It's like it's really nice how everybody comes together. And for the .gems parcel, we thought about, hey, let's get the Wax chain and the EOS chain and all the people that do music NFTs and are creative in these ways, bring that together and showcase what we got in our ecosystem going. So that was our idea for the stage and the wider idea for the Metaverse Music Festival.
Yeah, so there's a whole slew of musicians. It's going to happen over 3 days. This is just like a small smattering of them, but I'm pretty excited for the people we have here. Some of them I know personally, some of them I've heard of and I've never met before. So that's super exciting. So let's give you guys all a chance to introduce yourself. I'll just quickly do it. So we got Douglas Butner from CXX World. We got Taylor Alexander, who is a musician, an artist. I've had him on our channel before. He did a drop with Yoshi Drops, and he's planning some other kind of work with Yoshi Drops as well, one of the teams that I work closely with. We got Bird Bones of half of, well, a third, half, 10/3, 10/8, I don't know.
Not including you, it's half.
The brains of the operation, apparently. This is what he tells me every week anyway. Of the Nasty Hooks. Which is a comedy duo, and I am lucky enough to do a show with them every week in our metaverse in the upper world, where we just run around and build and have a great time. We've got Yana, who's in the center stage, literally, who's going to be showing us around. We've got Martin, who works for .gems, which is an art project. Started out on EOS, but branching to a bunch of other blockchains as well. And we've got DJ Skills from Emanate. Who's joining us. So who wants to give a quick introduction? Who wants to go first? Rock and roll.
I can go first. Nobody else wants to.
Sure, go for it, Taylor.
What's up, everybody? I'm Taylor Alexander. As Jimmy said, I kind of did my first big drop last month with Yoshi Drops. Did a 7 different song, 7 rarity drop to our members on Yoshi Drops. And I've only been in this NFT game and space for about 7 months. I found out about it the 1st of March. Randomly, super luckily, got on the Nifty show as a guest and first musical performer. And then since then, it's just been a roller coaster in the most exciting and fun of ways. And this will be my second virtual reality show coming up this week, but my first in the metaverse. So I'm really excited about playing in a new type of way. So I'm always looking to do that.
It's gonna be all right. Oh no, Douglas and me, you were like, we were in the same brain. We were like, dude, somebody's got to do it. I'm gonna have to come out here and stick my neck out. Shit. You go first, dude. Go ahead.
Sure. Okay. So my name is Douglas. I built CXC.world, and our whole thing is we make tools for creators. And so we've been pivoting in the space. Our business is from 2014. Our app is from 2018. So our most recent pivot is into NFTs. and we released an open source standard that anyone can build an NFT on top of atomic assets, and we'll tell you, here's some good metadata to use. So we've been doing lots of drops through drops.cxc.world. We also have another musical member on our team, Claudio, who will be bringing some acts to the metaverse, as well as I will be performing, and Munster Vision is another act that we're bringing. But yeah, I'm super stoked for the whole thing. I literally put on a VR headset for the first time yesterday, and was blown away, playing the Star Wars game and the whatever space pirate training game. So I'm all pumped already for what's gonna go down.
Yeah, I'm ready to get chipped up and tubed out and just stick me in the metaverse, dude. I don't even care how I get there. Just stick me in there, dude. No, I'm one half of the Nasty Hooks. We are a comedy kind of party music duo. We're two stand-up comedians that started dicking around and making music, and happened to be pretty decent at it. Made some catchy stuff, and so our buddy got us into the NFT game here, and we've just been kind of making the weirdest, wildest, strangest NFTs people have been ever seeing on Wax here for a while. And yeah, we're stoked to be coming in here and doing this. We've done, I think, Second Life is the most metaversey type of show that we've done, and that was a unique experience. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting here and busting it out and getting real crazy in y'all space. Skills, you're up. Martin, you're up.
Okay, well, I speak, if Jana is busy flying around in the metaverse and Cryptovoxels, I give the intro for both of us quickly. So we both work on .gems. We started as a publishing studio for NFTs. We are founded by EOS Nation. And promoting our NFTs and looking at how NFTs is going to play out, we started to buy strategically parcels in all the major metaverses, and Cryptovoxels being the one that's the easiest to onboard right now. So we started doing some of the events there to bring the community together and really bring the experience, because NFTs in the end, I think the perfect scenario to present them and to experience them is the metaverse. And it's also the same, it comes with the same traits, it's accessible for everyone at all times from anywhere. And I think this is the opportunity to create new communities. And we're super excited about this. So yeah, that's the reason why we're doing these events and try to get as many people involved as possible. And we're happy to have Emanate on the stage with us.
Here we go. Salute everyone. I go by the name of DJ Lethal Skills. Thanks to Martin for inviting me. I think most of you, I've seen somebody from Emanate with you, Jimmy, maybe last week. It was Sean or something, right?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago we had we had Emanate on the show. Yeah,
so another alien to the project. So yeah, just briefly, I'm a DJ producer. I'm a scratch DJ also. I come from the 90s era of hip hop music and whatnot, so I'm very influenced by hip hop. And personally, I joined the space of blockchain back in 2017 during Steemit days. I was invited to join a producers battle. It was a song called Drag Crypto by Vandal, if anyone knows him. So I went into the competition. I'm into battles anyway, so I went to the competition, remixed the track, and I won. I won the contest. I won some crypto, and I didn't know what is crypto and what do I do with it back then and whatnot. So that was like a Pandora's box opening for me. I came for the battle and I stayed for the community, just to put it. I'm sure we all share the community sense of the NFT, the blockchain, the crypto space is just different than the usual internet crowd and the people that you meet and you synergize with and collaborate. So this is on the personal. Other than that, I've been lucky enough to ride the waves of all the music streaming platforms on the blockchain since it started, which with D-Sound on Steam and then MusicCoin and all the other projects that passed. And I'm very happy to be part of the one main project that I believe in as a musician, which is Emanate, that is truly changing the music industry for the future, improving it and empowering the artist. So yeah, in a nutshell, we are collaborating with Martin, Gems, and we are going to be hosted on the stage that Jana is flying around. We're going to be on October 30th. We have a lineup of 10 artists, 5 female acts, 5 male acts. It's going to be a mash of DJs, producers, live acts, hip hop, drum and bass, dubstep, EDM, house music, whatever. We're going to rock the stage, that's for sure. So yeah,
So we also have IM on the line as well, which he's not on video, but IM, if you would introduce yourself as well, please.
Well, most of y'all know me by I am. Thank you, Jimmy. We got a simple thing. We just trying to help artists that know nothing about blockchain have a chance to show their craft, show their skills, and just meet this community. Wax have been great to me. I've been in crypto a while, but and I deal with all the blockchains. But when I got to the Wax community, there was a difference. The people here really seem to team together, work together. And this, when I decided, well, I got artists around me, let me help them out. So here I am. And that's kind of how it goes. We have an artist named Chalice I am. She's super talented, but she know nothing about the blockchain. So I'm just here kind of representing her. And that's it really for me. And I'm grateful to have this opportunity and trying to figure out how we gonna pull it off, because this is new to me as well. So that's why I'm here today. And thank you guys.
Accent's like a breath of fresh air for me, dude. That is great.
Well, and we're gonna have one more artist join us as well. Nathan from again from the Yoshi Drops team, somebody that we work closely with. They're gonna be represented on the plot as well. With they're gonna be releasing or doing a song with Bang Out. You might know Bang Out. So they're gonna put one of their songs up as well. So I know like DJ Lethal Skills kind of mentioned on the 30th. That's gonna be like an day. I think on the 29th, if I've got that correct, most of the Yoshi Drops people will be on the stage for this one that you see in the middle. I'm going to pull that up as well. Thank you, Yana, for reminding me. But Martin, while I do that, do you want to maybe explain how the CryptoVoxels.gems plot fits into the whole music fest scenario and what's going to be happening over there with what you guys are doing specifically?
Basically, the way this was envisioned is that all the people come together, and then we do a global schedule of all the events and stages that are kind of want to contribute and want to host artists. And later this week there will be a global schedule where all these things come together, and we try basically link metaverses and parcels together. So there will be one portal where you can always go back to and then flip to the next act, to the next parcel. So you don't need to navigate necessarily on your own. The idea is to create something like a campaign, like a for 3 days going through that, and it continues kind of like, okay, that's the next parcel where you can go, and then the acts or the performances are done, and we go to the next one. That's kind of the idea of it. Yeah, the best way to find out more is to follow the Twitter of the Metaverse Music Fest. That's at MVMF Presents.
I'll
will be
drop
releasing
I'll drop it in the comments.
Yeah. There will be. So the whole event is for free. So there are tickets, but to sell the basic is for free for everyone. But there are different tiers of tickets that we're also selling, and if the holders of these tickets will get special drops, special merch, special ways like wearables or special NFTs, all these kind of things. So there's kind of fundraising event, fundraising happening, but with a goal to continue this event. Like this is really the first bootstrapping of doing a global musical where we have this going. And I think if this proves to be successful, we can continue to build this community and have more of these events going on.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to see how this pans out, because like if you've seen the stage over at .gems, you'll notice that there's like a couple of different things that are going to be happening. First of all, there's going to be the performers who are performing, but you can also go into the metaverse and hang out. And like Martin said, it is really easy onboarding. Most of you know that I'm involved with the Uplift World. That's another metaverse, and one of our little bottlenecks with the Uplift World is we're built on top of Minecraft, so people actually need to go and purchase that account. With CryptoVoxels, you don't need that. You just sign up, you register, and right away you can get in metaverse, which is kind of nice. for a music fest, something like this. So there'll be people on the stage, there'll be people dancing around. There's proximity audio, so you'll be able to interact with the audience. So I guess that's my first question. What are you guys planning like for your set? Like, are you planning on doing a live set? Are you planning on doing something that's recorded and then like just hanging out while people listen to it? Like, because I think there's two very distinct styles there, and some of you might be doing both. And I'm just kind of curious what you decided to do. At the end of on the weekend, really. It's come out fast.
I'm going live.
We give no restrictions. The Metaverse Music Festival didn't give no restrictions. It's really up to the artist what they feel comfortable with, make it a nice experience for the audience. But yeah, each of the artists have their own approach, and maybe we can talk about this, like CXC World. I think you're mainly doing recordings, sets, and some video clips.
Yeah, we did mostly recorded Munster Vision. Munster, he has a really cool set that he recorded live with the DJ. Claudio has a variety of different sets, and as well as he has a Lisbon Pocket Show, which is a collection of different artists from Lisbon. And then for me, I'm doing like kind of like my songs are playing, and then I'm like dancing. Like I recorded, a special thing, and then I have like crystals, and I'm doing crystal dancing and like moving energy because it's kind of like a conscious hip hop set. So like even in just our artists, we have like a wide array of different things happening. And I guess at first I was a little bit like, oh, like what are the boundaries? And I just realized like, oh, like, hey, let's do it whatever we feel like, and that's what it's all about, is everybody expressing in their own way.
So I know, Taylor, like you said, you're going to go live. Like I think Bird Bones, you guys are planning on going live. What's the benefit, do you think, as like natural, normal performers of the metaverse, or what are the challenges that this might present?
Well, for us, it's kind of just mandatory, man. What we do is very spontaneous. It's never the same thing ever. The songs rarely go the same way, honestly, depending on how me and Travis are feeling on the day. But it's a lot of banter between me and him, and then just kind of flowing in between different tracks and songs and stuff. And so we're going to be playing off of kind of, there goes my cat again, as always. Get out of here, buddy. He's going to mess something up here before we. But yeah, we just like to really kind of see what's going on around us. So we're going to try and be in there, present, looking at what people are doing in the metaverse around us, commenting on it, shitting on people's graffiti that they're making or whatever it happens to be, and just kind of staying in the moment like that. And just keeping it wild and crazy. How about you, Taylor?
Yeah, similar for me.
It'll be interesting.
My whole background is in live music. I've recorded and released recorded music as well, but my heart is in the live performance. I've been doing it for close to 15 years. And I'm going to experiment with, so a lot of what I do is based on reading the room and being as present as possible. The more intimate the space, the better. I did have a job back in 2016 when I was living in LA where I was paid to essentially stream live for like 40 hours a week. So I have a little bit of some experience as far as like doing this type of show. I've never done it in the metaverse before, so I'm excited to kind of like what Birdbone said, read the comments and I'm going to go into it with just trying to feel it out as best I can. I'll have a slight blueprint, but I'm really going to kind of try to read the vibes in the metaverse, which I've never had to do before. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. But
it's a lot like when you did that first open mic when there was nobody in the crowd and you were just singing into the void. It's kind of what it's a lot of times that's what it feels like, dude.
Totally. I'm used to that though, so it'll be fun.
Trust me, I'm coming from the same background, dude. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I do a lot of different stuff. I beatbox, I whistle, I hum, I play harmonica. Depending on our sound capabilities, I might be using what I normally use in my live set, which is I have an effects pedal that adds some harmonies and some other stuff. So I'm not sure which way we're going to go with that. I'll probably end up, for safety, just doing it stripped down, just me and a mic. But who knows? We'll see. We'll leave that up to when it's showtime for a little mystery. But that's my plan. I'm looking forward to connecting with people in the way that I'm used to in this brand new medium.
We'll introduce Natalie in just a minute, but I want to get DJ Lethal Skills' answer to this one as well. Before we go on.
Other than helping organizing the stage for Emanate, where I'm, help getting the artists and picking the artists and organize everything, I'm one of the performing artists. I'm going to be throwing the a DJ hip hop set, mixing and scratching and whatnot. From our experience last month, we had our second anniversary party in the metaverse for Emanate, and so many people came to the parcel in Cryptovoxels, and actually it was all pre-recorded set. It was our first experience doing something, and we wanted to avoid any live technical problems or whatever. And Cryptovoxels crashed on us 3 times. We were all kicked out of Cryptovoxel, and then we had to come back in, and nothing was loading. Some people hearing the sound, some people not. So from a performing experience that I had in the metaverse, I'm a live performer. Also, I play in clubs and festivals. Always the live experience is the dopest, even in the metaverse. But what I feel I enjoyed more having my set pre-recorded in the metaverse, it gave me the space and time to dance and chat and use the emoticons live and just play with people and mess around and just have fun and experience it from the crowd perspective while my music is being played. I haven't tested the live myself yet, but from our experience, it wasn't recommended. But yeah, I look forward to see your feedback and how it goes with you guys.
Luckily for us, it's always goes wrong. There's never a time when it's gone right as far as technical stuff goes, dude. So it's just like, hell yeah, man. I'll just be screaming into my microphone at my computer. It's fine. No big deal.
Test it out. You'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll be a guinea pig for you, man. No worries.
Nice.
And I think people will be really forgiving. Like if people dare and take this risk to do it live, people will be as excited as a musician and will be forgiving if there are any kind of small hiccups or things that are not going so well. It's good to have a mix. It's good to see like not only streams, but it's also good to have like a really well done pre-recorded video, like Douglas doing some dancing with the crystals. I can't wait for that. And we have Acid Chicken who is not right now. He's doing he recorded a set by himself, but he does like motion. He does projection mapping on himself as an after production for this video. So a lot of people, they think about, hey, I want something special for this event. I go into the metaverse maybe for the first time or the last time, and I produce this into how I present myself. So that's really a new angle that some of the artists that we're working with are taking, because they're excited about how to present themselves in VR. And I think it's interesting, like starting the process of like really like capturing the scene or capturing this venue and what we're going to do with it. But now it's time for Natalie. Super excited to have her on the show.
Or on the 29th, you might have Taylor introduce everyone. But yeah, definitely time for Natalie. Yeah. So Natalie, who are you? And what do you do? And what brings you here today with all these crazy people? Because that's whole set full of them.
I think I'm the crazy person. They are not.
We're all wild out here.
Allegedly. So I'm one of the co-producers / one of many people in the core crew of this gigantuan, humongous, behemoth Metaverse Music Festival. There's quite a few of us, and so we've a lot of my work for years has been to build the containers and ecosystems and pipelines so artists can thrive, artists of all kinds, mostly musicians because I love them. And so I grew up with a dad that was a hardcore DJ and would go out, play every night. He didn't care if it was to one person or to thousands of people. Like, he was super passionate about like his stuff. And so I grew up in a very musical driven household. And so growing up like that, I just didn't have a choice, I guess, to end up in the music business, which I escaped from several years ago. And I found NFTs and this whole blockchain thing through actually DJ legal skills many years ago, and my boy Vandal, who's our good friend. And so this whole Metaverse Music Festival is kind of, it feels like a culmination or even a starting point as well, to kind of building these pipelines in the metaverse and the kind of continue to build on their work to build out this ecosystem. So, it just happened to be that a crew of us were in a radio show that Mighty, who's shown here, and our homeboy Mai, that is not him, but it's a representation of him. We're in a radio show and on Token Smart, which is a beautiful community on Discord. And they were like, let's throw a music festival that's decentralized. I was like, I don't know what you all are talking about, but I've already maybe done some festivals in other places. And so let's figure out what this can look like. And so months later, after kind of being in the trenches and tons of debates, staying up all night for maybe days, we kind of said, hey, like, let's gather all these communities together in this ecosystem and the blockchain space and NFTs and Web3 and the crypto music, Web3 music, whatever they want to call it tomorrow. And this was born. And so we just brought all our friends together to do this together. And so it's been pretty interesting journey for me and as well as the rest of the crew. So
yeah, definitely, it's a huge crew. I remember when Martin reached out to me, he's like, hey, do you want to maybe put together some people from Yoshi Drops and some other people that you know to come over here and play? And I was like, yeah, sure, I think I can do that, right? And so like I reached out to a bunch of the people who are on the stream, but also reached out to like MetaJax, and I'm like, hey, I'm doing the like music festival thing. You guys want to come? And like they're one of the partners, so it was pretty funny as well. Like I didn't know that they were like part of the crew, and so it's just really interesting. 3 days of just insane music. It's going to be absolutely nuts.
72 hours straight.
Yeah, like I
no
mean,
parking. That's the best part.
Yeah, so I like the concept of being able to travel between like different little plots and things like that as well. I think that's really exciting. I also like the concept of being able to group, different people, especially like with Yoshi Drops, like group our artists or our friends together on one stage. Like we've had drops here and there, but like I don't think we've ever had them all together. I'm sure like Emanate's kind of feeling the same way, right? Like when you have a stage of all of these people that can all come together and kind of play. And represent that project. I think that is really cool. So also we had Nathan joining us. So Nathan, one of the questions that we asked earlier was like, what are your plans for the set? Are you planning on are you doing it live? Or are you going to do a pre-recorded thing? Like, are you going to I don't know, jump up and down your living room to like make sure that you're experiencing the whole thing as if you were actually in the metaverse yourself? Are you going to plug yourself into whatever you have to plug yourself into, like Bird Bones, and just go offline, online, offline for like the next 3.5 days? I don't know what's going on.
That's a lot of questions at once, Jimmy, and good to see you too. I know it's nighttime where you're at here in North Carolina. It's a beautiful morning, and it's good to see you all. I don't know where to start. It's just so much of an overload. But I will say, I think that we're pre-recording something just to kind of the music that we do is very like it's Bang Out and myself. He's my producer. He's very illustrious, and he's done a lot of amazing things in this space and many other spaces, but mainly just the music production space. And he's an incredible writer. And we've been putting together music that we really want people to connect with emotionally. And I don't want there to be as many risks of hiccups as possible. I know how these things go, obviously, but like I want to give people the best chance possible to really get something out of it, something a little deeper. And we'll see if that happens, but that's the intention behind doing a pre-recorded. And as far as participation, you know how I do it with the lyrical karate and all the different, crazy moves that I perform on a daily basis. So I'm sure we'll have something spicy to add to the mix. What are you going to do? Are you going to participate in any fun ways, Jimmy? I'm going to turn the tables on you.
My participation right now is as an organizational backdrop, bringing all awesome people together. That's what I'm doing for now. But I might do something, I might do something. We'll see. But I don't sing. I'm more of a wordsmith, as you all know. And it really depends upon the day whether those words are coherent or not. I think we're on the borderline of being coherent and going to incoherent, or being incoherent and coming to coherent. We'll know in about a half an hour how this pans out. Just
halfway
so
through that sentence, actually, we found out.
Yeah. It depends on how much sake he's had that evening, basically.
I'm drinking peach tea today. I'm
taking it easy.
I'm momentarily. So is this event happening across several metaverses? Was one of the questions from the comments. Maybe you can take that one.
Yeah, sure.
Nicole.
Yeah, it's happening across several metaverses. I always see what we're doing as the metaverse, but also we go to different metaverses, so it's singular and plural. So it'll be in DCL. A lot of us live in Crypto Voxels, and we party there all the time. And so we'll be heavy on Crypto Voxels. Somnium Space. We also have some people that are doing something on Altspace VR. I was in there all day yesterday trying to fix some tech stuff. And so we have different people coming from different spaces to kind of show what's going on. We also have OVR, which is more of a augmented reality type of situation. And so they set up some exhibitions and different projects in there as well. And so we're bringing people from across the ecosystem to kind of show what's happening in those spaces. So yeah, answer is yes.
This is one of our many Cryptowriter Roundtables. We tend to do these every week. Eventually, sometime in the future, I think we might actually have to do one on fake martial arts, just because every time we come on here with bird bones, we get one of these. So apparently Robert has learned his self-defense moves from the hooks, and Nathan wants to use real martial arts on people who use fake martial arts. I'm not really sure.
That's not true. That's not true. You're putting words in my mouth. No, I've been a martial artist my whole life, real and fake, and I enjoy both mediums. Honestly, I operate in a lot of different mediums as an artist and musician, and same with my martial arts as well. So I have a lot of interesting techniques that may or may not be legitimate or technically exist, but it's fun. It's a good time. So I'm willing to. I'm
only in Greenville, South Carolina, dude. We can sort this out, bro.
I'm pretty close. So we're close enough to where I will meet you on a mountaintop somewhere, and we'll settle
it.
Mountain.
Me and you, dude. Let's go.
I'm down.
One of the things that I think is really one of the things though that I think is really interesting about Crypto Voxels is if you've never been in there, you can check it out on the .gem stream. They do a weekly stream, but you're standing in there with an avatar that looks like that guy from the old Sega Genesis that's just doing that drunken martial arts, whatever it's called. It's pretty fun. He's just waving around. So I'm really excited to see how these people dance. Morton has a question. Are there any other acts that that might want to set themselves on fire? Morton wants to know. I'm not quite sure who might want to take that. I'm guessing it's someone in the center, maybe.
I'm not.
Yeah, well,
Yana's blazing.
If anybody else wants to try that, we will be lighting ourselves on fire. It will be Immolation Live. Will be the closing act of our set. We will just fire up the cameras. We will just gas ourselves up and light ourselves on fire in my living room. And if you actually go to the Nasty Oaks website, nastyoaks.com, you can get an app on there on the buy packs page. There's an app on there that you can just download, and it'll make you immune to fire. So we'll be trying that out for the first time live. You guys can check that out. And Immolation Live. Don't miss it.
That's cool. And it almost deserves its own festival.
Well, they had one for that, but we couldn't steal the name, so we had to go with Immolation Live and do it in your guys' festival.
Yeah, you can't take Burning Man, I guess.
You can't take Burning Man, dude. No, you could take actual flaming person. We could maybe call it that or something like that. I don't know.
Flaming Man.
Flaming.
I don't know.
Yeah,
flame on, man.
Flaming Man's gonna have a whole different vibe. A lot of leather at Flaming Man. That's good.
Flame on Man works really well. It's better than the Burning Man.
It feels right. Yeah, I don't like Burning Man. It sounds wrong.
But yeah,
sounds mean.
So yeah, I think it's interesting. So.
Just a bit like what you said about the avatar. I think that's really the most basic avatar that you can have, and the moves that you can make. Since the recent update, you can actually let your avatar do karate kicks. We're talking about martial arts, but you also can do the boogie. You can do some nice breakdance moves. So all these things are possible. And I would also advise everyone that joins this event to install a MetaMask, so you can receive some of the wearables, you can have some of the merch, you can dress up your avatar, and make this more individual and more fun. I think. You need to have an account. Everybody can join CryptoVoxels as anonymous, but the moment you log in with MetaMask, you can actually receive merch giveaways and chat, have the spatial audio and all these kind of things. So that's kind of for the audience to set up. I think having a MetaMask and doing it out once before is maybe nice. And yeah, Yana just showed a little bit on the moves that we can make and lighting us on fire. The emojis are nice. We can burn some nice memes. There's a new meme thing that you can fire up. So yeah. It's basically what's happening when the crowd, everybody's firing up the emojis, and that's kind of the high times in CryptoVoxels when we're partying there. Yee, twirl.
I like that move. I can do that in real life.
The other thing that I wanted to ask was I wanted to get the details on the graffiti kind of competition that you said was going to be happening kind of on the side of the stage while the performers were playing, or give Bird Bones and the Drizzle some ammunition to like throw under the bus when they're up there doing their comedy act. Like, how's this going to work? Is it just going to be anyone that can walk up there, or do these people have to be registered, signed in for MetaMask? How does that work?
So the graffiti portion of this event. So we wanted to do a little bit of entertainment besides, like culture entertainment besides just the music act. So we're running also like a Hall of Fame. The whole parcel is basically a hall, because it's a venue where we do our VR graffiti battles. The VR graffiti is happening in Kingspray VR. So Kingspray VR is a software where you can enter with your Quest or any VR glasses, and then you have basically a virtual spray, and it's acting like a real spray can, and then you can basically be in a virtual space and paint the walls there. And the fun thing is that you can also do this in the multiplayer mode. So the idea is that we fire up over 3 days the multiplayer mode, and everybody can basically in this virtual room, and this room is then streamed to the parcel where this is happening. So basically live while the event is going on, we have the live stream coming from another metaverse, which is then to the parcel. And what we also usually do, beam the audio from the Cryptovoxel parcel back into Kingspray VR, so there is a connection going on. So you will see the live graffiti action on the second floor on this screen that Jana is just showing, and you will see the music performances you will hear throughout also, because graffiti doesn't need no sound. And you will the stage for larger performances will be upstairs on the roof, and the club sets will be in the bottom. The graffiti event will go through 3 days, and everybody that's interested can hook us a message, and we can do a little bit of on if they need help, or if they need to have the key to join the multiplayer mode. We'll see what after 3 days the Hall of Fame will look like, and maybe we do some special NFTs from this. We and do a drop afterwards. This is really like an open canvas for everybody that likes graffiti and wants to try it out in VR.
So I think IM has a question or a comment that he dropped in the private chat. Shoot, IM, what do you want to know?
Oh, he pretty much just answered it about the avatars, because I know like if Chalice, she put the video together, it pretty much gonna come through as an avatar, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I think what IM's asking is when the people who are doing the pre-recorded videos, how does that work? Where does that play, and how does that play out? Versus the people who, because I'm kind of curious about this too, versus the people like Taylor or the Nasty Hooks who are going to do it live. What's the differentiation for the viewer, and how are they going to see that on the viewpoint end of it?
Well, all the performances will be on one of the screens. That will be how the performances are, whether it's live or pre-recorded, doesn't make a difference there. We advise everyone, though, even if it's pre-recorded or not, to be present with their avatar right there on the stage, to maybe do some moves, or maybe like people come up to you and speak to you, or chat you, or even like, you can follow someone, let's say like this, because once you're logged into Cryptovoxels, you're having a persona there, and people can, connect to you. So you can also like fire up some things that you like, or chat with people. So to engaging, I would advise everyone to while the performance is there, to be present on the parcel. When I'm doing my streams on Saturday, I'm streaming through YouTube to the parcel, but I'm also standing on the stage as my avatar, and I wave or do silly moves like that, just to give a central point of focus, kind of. I think that works in these events, like in the real world. We don't need to reinvent how events run.
Yeah, my plan is to spend 1 Ethereum on an invisible suit. So if anyone wants one, hit me up, and I'll tell you which MetaMask account to send that Ethereum to, and then I'll send you the app that you can set it up. That's my plan anyway.
We're giving away wearables and gifts, by the way, throughout the event. There's a guest book in the parcel. When you reach, you follow the instructions to sign it. You need to take a snapshot of the party and tweet it with a special hashtag, and if you do that, you will win EMT, NFTs. You know, so you got some. And the cool thing about the metaverse, not just musicians. A lot of musicians actually. This is something I like about the metaverse, especially with the COVID. It opened a new door for performances. Like for me, I haven't performed in 2 years since the COVID started because I travel for festivals and whatnot. And you know, joining the metaverse and being able to perform. Like last time when I had my set, I was in the metaverse. When I finished, my ears were ringing like I was in the club. Like I honestly had the club experience in the metaverse, which is insane. I was telling my wife like, yo, I feel like I just came back from the club. Like it feels the same. It's beautiful, the energy, the vibe. It's a different experience. I'm really looking forward that, you know, I'm gonna try to attend all your shows, and I hope you guys jump into our stage on the Eminent stage on October 30th and see some of the dopest acts in the space, man. Like all genres of music are going to be played also, and yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see, because personally, I've never been to a Metaverse concert or, you know, festival, but I have been, you know, to a real live festival, so I'm excited to be an observer. And I like, Taylor, you're kind of similar, right? Like you made a living doing live performances, and then now you can't do those anymore. You couldn't do those anymore. So for you, is this your first Metaverse concert? Have you done this before?
It is my first Metaverse concert. I only lasted 5 months, even throughout COVID, without being able to play, and then I had to. It's too important to my lifeblood. So I've been playing shows since last summer, thankfully. But I know a lot of my friends in California, where I was pre-COVID, hadn't started or have barely had like 1 or 2 shows under their belt in 18 or 19 months, which is such an unfortunate truth. But I played 1 show in VR in LA in collaboration with So Far Sounds, which they do like very intimate, like acoustic types of shows. And it was really cool because there was a live audience there. And then they had it all set up. So there was a bunch of people that were also able to tune in and see it virtually. So for me, it just seemed like a regular show because there was a live audience there, but we reached a much larger audience with that VR element. So that, with the streaming job that I had also in LA, I feel like I'm feeling not nervous about it, but it's also going to be a brand new experience. And to hear Skills say it feels the same makes me really excited, because that's great news if this is a whole new performance realm that can coincide with the real world, and maybe we can figure out new and more exciting ways to combine the two. I know I'm going to be giving away some of my Yoshi Drops NFTs as well. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to happen, but there's some crates and some digital vinyls, and I think there's going to be at least one #1 mint that some lucky attendee will receive. So we'll figure those things out, but look forward to those as well.
Yeah, and I believe the Nasty Hooks are going to give away some NFTs as well, and match some NFTs. I know Martin's going to give away a bunch. Douglas, how about you? Is this the first time you've ever participated in like an event like this, or?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like I said, this is the first time I put on VR headsets, was yesterday. Actually, my computer isn't very good. I just ordered like the new MacBook Pro, but right now I have an older one, and so I haven't even been able to really like get in the events and move around without really a lot of technical glitching. So I'm really excited. I have a device, my phone, that can run it now, a new phone. So yeah, it's completely new to me, as well as it's a new, I guess, just kind of format, what we do with the video. So yeah, it's a lot of new things.
And how about you, Birdbones? Have you guys ever done an event, or is everything that you've done been live? I know that, like, so if you don't know about the Nasty Hooks, they do audio events in Discord across a variety of different Discord servers. That's kind of what you guys have been
audio
focused on
video
recently.
actually. Full green screen experience from my living room. My neighbors hate it. I'm in a very small apartment building with thin walls. I get very strange looks from everybody every time I go out anywhere. But yeah, we do twice a week. We come in and just go buck wild in our Discord. Basically, all of our close fans come in there. They just posting crazy gifts. We play games that are just kind of unique to us, and it gets real raunchy and wild. And you'll notice people that are like upstanding people like Jimmy in the metaverse will sneak in cloaked, and they will start acting real crazy and nasty in there and just get real wild and nuts. And so I love that. I love that vibe, and that kind of that's one of the things that a metaverse will kind of bring out in people is that you're not attached to your human body anymore. So you can really wild out and get a little extra crazy than you kind of typically would. Because especially me, I'm super self-conscious dancing or anything like that, man. It's like you can get in the metaverse and you're just like, you're like the guy outside the used car lot or whatever, just going berserk, you know what I mean? And it's great. So
are you saying Jimmy's a treckler? He's a troll heckler in this space? Is that what's happening?
Jimmy? Oh no, Jimmy is like he shows up like an hour after every time, and then he'll get into the show chat, and you're like, yo, what's Jimmy doing all night? He's just sitting in there. It's like I don't know what this means. It's like he showed up.
Where's the party, guys?
Yeah. He's like Jimmy's looking for the party still. I don't know what's going on, but like
Martin knows the perils of living like on the other side of the earth and getting things wrong. Daylight savings is really confusing. You think it's confusing one day a year.
Dude, it's
confusing
right
like
now.
every day.
It's confusing for us.
Me and Nathan know, dude. It's so early right now, bro. It's so early.
This is very early.
I was saying, like I saw in Altspace, actually, I think Natalie brought them up earlier. I saw Duncan Trussell in there and Reggie Watts. And Reggie Watts in VR in Altspace was one of the coolest, dopest experiences of my entire life. I mean, we were in the sky floating. The whole floor underneath you was lighting up and spinning. And Reggie's in the middle just going crazy with his avatar and everybody's moving around. Next thing you know, you're teleporting into a comedy club and he's making fun of everybody in there and he's talking about the club and stuff. And it just, it blew my mind. And that was, 2 years ago maybe. And ever since then, I've just been like itching to get in there and do that. And so I'm pretty stoked to actually be able to pull it off right now. It's going to be sick. Check out Reggie Watts, y'all.
Yeah, he's a beast. Very talented.
It's pretty sick, dude.
Very talented. Comedian, musician, everything. He does everything.
Yeah, So yeah, me and Nathan will be fighting live.
We'll be fighting.
We're streaming that in, dude. Yeah, we gotta light ourselves on fire. Look, dude, it died out here for a second. Everybody got quiet, so this is what
I'll light myself on fire while we'll fight. We'll do a live firefight. We'll be the firefighters.
Firefighters.
Can I ref the fight? Can I be the ref?
You can ref.
Okay, cool.
You can ref it. It's going to be very hard, though. You might get set on fire from trying to break us out.
It's volunteer firefighters.
Yeah. We need as many volunteer firefighters, water bucketeers, whatever you call it, people with water buckets. Whatever it is, we're going to need to be extinguished because things are going to get very spicy.
Put that on last. You don't want to follow the.
Well, I think there's definitely some spots on the schedule still left for some firefights or some other activities.
I wonder
is there in if you want. So, there are actually other things happening than music acts. There will also be some panels discussion, similar like the Roundtable here. I think there will be a fashion show for Wearables. So the whole festival is really just like a real festival. You have booths where other things are being discussed or some other sidegram. This is actually the stage for the fashion show. So yeah, the whole event is basically like exploring what is possible in the metaverse, and like here in this panel, like everybody is not longer a citizen of the metaverse like longer than a year, depending like where we draw the line. I think like people say that Discord is already the metaverse. Basically everything that's not real life can potentially be the metaverse. And just in the last 2 years, we've all been accustomed to like exchange information and have a good time because we don't have many other possibilities. And I think that kind of like accelerated this whole process, but the exploration of possibilities is still happening. So I'm all for firefights in the metaverse. Absolutely.
Boom. You heard it here first.
Yeah, dude.
I want to wrestle, like, we need to find Sasquatch, not to prove its existence, but I need to wrestle that bad boy on air at some point. And I was also looking
about him, dude.
I've been interviewing Kodiak bears too that I could potentially wrestle, and they're all very aggressive. So I haven't decided to go with one yet, but we're looking into that. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
I've been wrestling bears, but the other kind for a while.
Oh, I've almost done that.
It's Travis. It's the other nasty.
Do you guys ever get into like fights, like karate fights? Just like you bump into each other in the apartment, and then like, all right, it's on. Like we have to.
Not karate fights. As far as just bickering arguments, nonstop, like a married couple. It's hilarious. If we could just duke it, if we actually both had some form of martial arts sparring skills to where we wouldn't just pull our backs out and immediately sit on the couch and pout for the next 2 hours, we would do that all the time, bro. Absolutely. That would be great. I wish I could just throw a mouthpiece in and spar Travis at any point.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's twice my size. It's not going to work.
It's very bad for the brain, too. I did that for far too long in my life. It messes you up, dude. I'm telling you.
Maybe it's funny because we were talking about P. Sorry,
say that again, Taylor.
I said maybe you guys can duke it out after the show in the metaverse with the avatars where he's less big than you because the playing field is more even.
That's it, dude. That's exactly, dude. And that's just mind on mind. That's just
exactly.
Right.
But I would like to see this. I would like to see an avatar dance competition somewhere on the .gems plot. I think that would be fun. Like, get people out there and do the dance fighting. I think that would be really cool. I don't know. I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you can do it in Crypto Voxels. And in some of these other metaverses, like we've done it in Minecraft before, fashion shows. Duck down, spin around, touch toes. Point to your nose. I don't know. It works with blocks. Yeah, so I'm imagining it works with other things as well. But yeah.
Outspace VR, there's actually a couple of crews that do. I think they're called IDA, International Dance Association. They have a YouTube channel and they do 6 things. They do 6 ciphers like breakdance and b-boying in the metaverse. I think Outspace is still a little bit easier for them to use. We tried to get them on the parcel for one of the ciphers and VR graffiti battles. Still working on this, but I think recently there was a breakdance event in the metaverse where this is happening. But in Crypto Voxels right now, there's a selection of moves that you can do with an avatar. It's not fully tracking moves yet. I think that's possible in Somnium Space though.
Somnium Space is really quite impressive, actually. Like one of Nathan and I do a show on Tuesdays, and one of our first guests was Ollie, and she's working over in Somnium Space, and if you follow her on Twitter, she's doing these amazing VR concerts where she's got pictures of herself actually playing the guitar, and then her avatar, wearing the VR headset playing the guitar as well. It's just really amazing and really cool. I'm curious. So, these skills you were talking about when you did that metaverse concert before, you were saying, in that sense, a lot of that was the music was really realistic. What did you think about the crowd's interaction? Birdbone said he, as part of a crowd member, he was just amazed because he was totally being shuffled, put here, there, and everywhere. As a performer, what was your take on how the crowd interacts?
Honestly, the reactions, when you're in a club as a DJ or performing and you drop a hot track or something and how the crowd reacts. Actually, in the metaverse, they react with emoticons. They throw flames or 100 or music. There's a chat box. They start commenting. What is the name of this track? Oh, I haven't heard this track in a very long time. Skills, I love your music. What's your Eminent page? I love this track. So it's in the club when I'm DJing, I'm up. The crowd is down most probably, and I cannot get in contact with them. But in the metaverse, virtually, you get connected with people. This is because I have a pre-recorded set. I am planning to do a live set. I'm setting up my studio space at home to do live DJ shows and with rappers and whatnot, host ciphers and stuff. But as of now, I'm still taking the safer approach by doing pre-recorded. So I put the time to actually create my set as if I'm preparing to go play in the club. What's the theme? What's the crowd like? But the beauty about the metaverse, there is no age. You have all types of music, all types of people. And I feel even the metaverse, when we did our event, the most of the crowd was EDM crowd. When I played my 90s old school hip hop set with scratching and Wu-Tang, actually everybody was banging. Even you can feel the COVID effect on people not being able to go out and party. Even when they go to the metaverse, you can have a little bit of that feel. People really wild out, which is dope. So yeah, I'm looking forward to another one. See how it's gonna go.
Yeah, so I get Taylor, you might want to hire a producer, so that when you're playing, they can direct the crowd. And
I was just thinking that my girlfriend's actually she's director of customer service, so she'd be perfect to be online just answering people's questions. So I might employ her if she's not available. Nathan, would you be interested in helping me out with that, brother?
We can talk for sure.
Okay, cool. No, yeah, we'll figure something out.
I'm a good director of social something. I have no idea. I can usually figure stuff out.
Yeah. Also, the whole outside of a parcel, the whole outside of the club is ready for you guys to spam it with any kind of promo materials that you want. Think about our parcel, the outside, especially like the bottom, everything that's black. That think about it as like, you know, your toilet stall where you can like throw all the stickers and write whatever you want on the wall, promote yourself. That's totally fine with us for this music festival. Just, you know, let's do this. Actually one wall at the very bottom. It's an account on Wax. If you want to send us an NFT that you want to be shown there, you can send it to wall.gems. That's the address, and the moment it's valid, we will just put it up.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
I mean, I like reading what's on the back of toilet stall doors, but this excites me even more than that. So that's pretty interesting.
That's
I
one
saw
of
a
your
sticker one
hobbies,
time
Jimmy.
under the water in the toilet bowl, and I was like, "Damn, man, that's a committed artist. Like that guy."
That's
really
a good sticker.
He doesn't
You
want
had to
anybody
flush.
getting that one.
Yeah, you had to flush it and then have like a really quick hand. You know, flush it.
I
try
think he
it,
just went in.
pick it.
You're right there, dude. He went in quick. That has to be the way.
That's the real karate.
Yeah, that's a committed artist right there.
Toilet
We can all
bowl,
take a
sticker,
page out of his
martial
book.
arts.
One thing we haven't touched upon yet. One thing that I want Natalie to maybe talk about a little bit is like the ticketing. So as I said earlier, like the event is available for everybody for free to just join, but there are actually like different tiers of tickets, and these NFTs look pretty cool. I have to say, like they're nice, like passes, and they have a nice animation. But I'm not 100% on what perks they come with. So now we can share some deets on that.
Yeah, so we have the first tier, which is we're gonna make it even freer. We'll have 33,000 free tickets. Just for anybody who wants to claim them, you will have to pay gas, which is the toll that you pay in the space to do transactions on some of the blockchains. And so we'll have some of those. These tickets were created by an incredible artist, Bananakin. He also works with Pranksy and a number of other top tier artists. And so he is so grateful to collaborate with us on this. We were just like all the artists in this community, we're like, just run with the Bananakin. We trust you to pull out something really cool. The next tier is kind of VIP. So all these VIP tiers offer we're doing some secret shows, which the crew and people hosting shows, they don't know this, but now they know. We'll be able to come. I'll alpha leak it to you guys in the back channel. Some of the secret shows that we have planned. We also will have stuff in the future where people holding these tickets will be able to attend some of the secret shows that we'll do and the other projects. And we've also started a DAO, so there may or may not be some stuff connected to that. But I think one of the most exciting things about these tickets, at least those of us that live in the metaverse, is that we'll be dropping free wearables throughout the show and other kinds of things via airdrop. So you'll get something parachuted into your wallet throughout the show, and little secret things. We don't want to give up too much alpha on the show, but we just want to incentivize people to kind of enjoy the metaverse, even those of you that are new, and so to have fun, because everybody loves gifts. Who does not? So it's just to support the people involved in the space, and the tickets look amazing, and so
I wants to know, these tickets are only sold in Ethereum, or are they sold in other things? Sorry, you're muted, Natalie.
Sorry. So they're all sold on Ethereum. We attempted to make a bridge to Polygon Matic and do all that stuff, but because of time and also our devs, we had a whole 3-day debate. We decided just to launch it on Ethereum just to make it easy. But in the future, all holds bar, we're going to Polygon Matic to alleviate the gas, or at least most of it, for people and the stuff that we're doing. So time was working against us on this. So
fair enough. I mean, I get that all too well. So definitely head on over to the site. I'll drop that in the links as well. Before we finish,
is the ticket say live already? That's one question that I'm having. Or is this kind of
so we are launching them by tomorrow morning. We are we had to audit code, and everything had to be perfect. Lethal skills. Now I'm like a perfectionist, every little detail and all this other stuff. And so we audited code the last few days. And so right now we're testing the Mint site. And so just to avoid any issues, hopefully, in theory, we just need to do some last tests, and then we will post on our Twitter. If you want all the updates, you can go to MVMF Presents on Twitter, and we'll post updates there. And so we were hoping it would be live by now, but we got to make sure everything's good for y'all. So, yeah.
And so, wallet-wise, you are interacting with any Ethereum wallet or just with MetaMask?
So it would be preferred that people log in via MetaMask. We just wanted to make it as simple as possible for people to log in. And again, in the future, we'll go full-blown Polygon-matic. So yeah, but boo gas, but it is what it is. So
yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's probably the first event that I'm aware of to this scope. So if you're gonna complain, come talk to me, and I won't use fake martial arts. I'll use real ones, because like I think what you guys are putting together is really good. And like I there's enough negativity in the space, but like yeah, I wouldn't apologize for that. Like throwing together what you guys have done for this 3-day plan, the amount of people that you guys have involved in the planning, and also in the event itself. The amount of work that like I see Martin putting into it, and all these other people, like I'm super excited, and I'm really like I'm really interested to see how this goes off. Like I think even if it's the worst possible rendition by what you guys believe will be it'll still be like 100 times better than I'm expecting it to be from a viewer point. Like I just think this is going to be amazing. Like it's just going to be really interesting for the observers and the viewers, and I think it's going to be something else. It's good math, Bird Bones. Like it's really good math. I hear you. Yeah, like it's like perfect math.
Sometimes Jimmy, you say stuff and you don't realize that it's like it came through here. It's like yeah, because personally, I think it's probably going to be crap. So if it's anything,
no, I didn't say it's going to be crap. I said I didn't say that.
I'm nervous. Totally didn't say that. I'm so nervous to bring on certain guests on our show because I'm like, he's going to insult them.
No, I live in the metaverse, so I'm pretty sure with all my interactions, I'm pretty good. I'm definitely not a soft ass. So
I didn't mean it that way. I meant like being in the metaverse, right? Like having working day in and day out on a metaverse project. We get people coming to us all the time. And it's like, you should fix this, you should do this. Like, and all I'm saying is like any complaint that I could possibly think of, I don't even think it's going to be a complaint, because like I think, let me clarify, I think that it's going to be 100 times better than I actually can even imagine. That's how good it's going to be. That's my rough way of like giving an overindulged compliment that didn't really work out, because I have friends who like to put me on the spot and tear me down and cry in the bathroom. This is why I read so many bathroom signs, because I'm always sitting there crying on the toilet with the door closed. And
is that what those are? Those when you post photos of you in the tub? Is that what that is? Yeah. I've seen those. I've seen those in Telegram, and I'm like, why is he putting this out there? What is this?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Has he been crying again?
Yes, it's true. It wasn't. Yes. The tub was empty when I got inside. That's 100% true.
You filled it with tears.
Yes, I filled it. So those are the tears wrought from who I call my friends, disrupting my life in evil. Anyway, let's move on back to the metaverse. Away from Jimmy's sad life. It's really not that sad. And give you guys the opportunity to say one last thing about this metaverse before you wrap it up. If you have anything else you want to shout out, anyone you want to shout out, if you have anything you want to say, feel free. Now's your chance.
I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on the East Polygons situation, and that the tickets are there. Everybody that will come to the .jam stage, there will be a bunch of giveaways and airdrops by all the musicians on Wax or EOS. So that's the stage. It goes to the people that don't have a Wax or EOS address yet. Make one, because then you can claim stuff. We will have some whitelists going on the parcel for every day. We'll do some drops. So definitely, definitely come by.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Bird Bones. He always does this. He looks like a mad scientist with a.
I know, and it's like in the center of the screen. So yeah, I just wanted to say, like, if you come to our puzzle, there will be some freebies and some whitelists for Wax addresses and EOS addresses. Just wanted to say that. I'm sure for other blockchains or other projects that launch NFTs on other blockchains, they will also do some some giveaways and freebies. So yeah.
I think me and Taylor will be bringing some Wax stuff, right, Taylor?
Nice.
Oh
yeah,
I'm providing the Wax NFTs on our end. We'll have some of that if you guys are into it.
We also have a drop for anybody who has like one of our NFTs. It's on drops.cxc.world, and we're probably going to drop our poster. I don't know what type of list situation, we haven't figured that out, but like we're definitely going to have some drops on Wax.
During the M&A party, we're giving away stuff I mentioned earlier. Make sure to find that guest book in the parts on the stage. Sign it up. Make sure you have an EOS account, EOS wallet, or a MetaMask address. We're giving away wearables and some EMT tokens and stuff like that. Just one quick thing I want to highlight on, which is the back of everything going on. Joining this metaverse, because the previous one we did it solo with a production partner. There's the amount of the pool of talents and the collaborations that's going on in the space between different fashion and NFT and music and all these like different elements, and the amount of support and like literally when I came in, I'm like, yeah, we need a parcel to host the party, and then like, you know, everybody popped up. So we ended up working with Gems, with Martin, we clicked and we vibed with each other. Natalie was a great support. Like the whole MVMF group is doing great. It's the first of its kind. It's massive. I don't know how you're handling everything. It's crazy. But I'm super excited. I'm looking forward, and make sure you guys, I'm going to make sure to attend all of your gigs, and make sure to come to Emanate and enjoy the music and get some freebies while you're at it and some EMT love.
Yeah, so record that, rewind back to what I was trying to say before, and then play that over, because that was it, that right there.
Oh, snaps.
What skill set? I just want to thank you all for inviting me and including me here. It's nice to meet all of you that I didn't know already. Anybody that's listening, we look forward to connecting with you during the show and in future events. And I'm just over the moon and so grateful to be here. So just thank you for putting this all together and for helping me learn every day, because I'm still I'm just here trying to be a sponge. So thank you.
We love you, dude. Thank you.
Yes, just to echo that, like, so grateful for .gems, so grateful for this whole thing, and like for me personally just pulling me into this VR thing, which I've been avoiding for so long, and it's so cool. So I'm super grateful and super excited to see not only this event, but like I feel this is like a catalyzing event for so many things to come, and I'm so grateful to be right here at this inception point.
Yeah, I feel very similar, like .gems and also M&A Skills, and who's been a friend of mine for about 9 million years. Like they've been such kind of pillars of this kind of project, and kind of showing like what communities can do to kind of foster collaboration and also amplify artists. And that's what this is about. It's not just about throwing a music festival. It's like this is kind of the starting point for us to say, hey, like we can foster collaboration, we can create the pipeline, we can create the ecosystem so that artists can thrive in the metaverse. And there's so many opportunities that will pop up because of this. And there are already people like planning stuff for like January from the community. And so there's other communities and collectible projects, PFPs, whatever they want to call them tomorrow, that are also planning stages and giveaways and doing very similar things. And all these people like .gems and like M&A Skills and Yana and Martin, like they're all operating strangely enough in the same vein. Like they understand kind of what this project can mean for artists and ourselves. And so they're in the same fashion putting their best foot forward to like curate these shows and stages and projects. And Ellie Jane putting up the fashion show, and like even though she was going through stuff, she put her best foot forward and like pulled people in. I'd say, hey, like Fishbrain needs this, and people would just swarm on that. I'd say, hey, Penguin, these are their names, like Penguin needs this, or this person needs this, and people would just swarm together to like make it happen. And if they didn't know, they'd figure out a way, like even auditing code. So I was like, I just got here yesterday in this Discord. I don't know what the heck y'all are talking about, but I got y'all. And so just the organic hive that's been created, I truly believe and invested in this idea that as a hive we can kind of build out this ecosystem. And this is just a music festival, we'll definitely do some stuff in the future. And so I'm super amped for this weekend, and I'm on the clock all till Sunday. And so I'm just out here to really support this manifestation of this ecosystem and what artists can be in this space. And so super happy to have all of you, and like I will definitely be up all weekend apparently, allegedly. And so yeah, feel free, anyone in the audience and that's tuning in, like feel free to hit us up, and we're happy to support you as well. And so it's feel free to join the community. It's about us and not these people typing on the background. So so yeah, we're here.
Cool. Well, let me jump in and just say thank you, Natalie, Martin, Jana, Skills. It seems like you guys are kind of behind this, getting it together for all of us rookies. And we got a new little family over here at IamNFT.art, and we appreciate it. Jimmy gave us the invite, and Jims, you got the spot for us. So we here to try it, and let's do it. And please invite us more, and let's do some collabs. We got artists and all these people right here I'm looking at on this screen. Let's get busy. I got work to do. I got people to help out, and that's what this is all about. I love it. Thank you.
I love it.
It's spoken like a true Southern gentleman right there. I love it, dude.
Born and raised, baby.
I'd like to give a quick shout out. Can I give a quick shout out to Bang Out, my producer? I want to give a shout out to Dimitri Buterin, my co-host from Heel and Field podcast. Shout out to Kim Bozak, and everybody else I'm forgetting that I do stuff with. And we're going to give away some NFTs. We're not finalized on anything yet, but probably some wax stuff. We've just got to decide what it's going to be exactly, because we've got a lot of interesting things that we want to drop, and we want to do something that's like kind of special. So we're deciding what thing we were going to sell that we're going to actually give away for free. So once that's figured out, I'll inform everybody, but I'm extremely excited to be a part of it. And, I think this is the future. This is, if anything else happens again, we're all definitely committed to this space, like this, virtual space. But as is right now, it's been a catalyst to kind of push us into this thing that we were probably going to do anyway. And it's exciting to be at the ground level and to be first to something that's very beautiful and very special. So, love you all and thank you, I guess.
Yeah, and I was really happy to meet old friends and new friends alike. Some of the people that I've met first time on the stream. So thanks, and I wish you all the best of luck. For your first or your second Metaverse concert, because I think it's going to be really interesting. There's definitely going to be issues, and there's definitely going to be like surprises. And I think that's the best part, right? Like we live in a world where when we go to a real concert, nothing's perfect, right? And then we have this opportunity to kind of replicate that and interact with the crowd. So it's really exciting. The Cryptowriter Round Table, we're going to be back next. This is what happens when I practice my martial arts moves. I strip myself of my headphones.
It drains you of your power.
Right? Yes, exactly right. It throws me out. So we'll be back next week with another roundtable. Maybe we might be looking into metaversal art galleries in the Uplift with some of the awesome creations that are going on in there. So come check us out. On our channel, of course, the Uplifters channel, we've got a couple big weeks coming up. So definitely come over there and hang out with us. Actually, I think we're going to have an exclusive look at the Nasty Hooks plot in the Gratitude server in the next day or two, which will be really fun in anticipation of our Gratitude sale going live next week. So definitely come check us out. Hang out with us tomorrow with Sammy Snake at this time on our channel. Check out mine and Sean's show, where we'll be looking into probably their latest Crunks release on the Terra blockchain at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. And I don't know, the other 100 streams that I apparently signed up for in the next 2 weeks. We'll see y'all next time. Thank you. Love you. And take care of yourselves and your neighbors' dogs, because they're important too.